protein, right? So we talked about protein and some quick snacks. Matt liked the Quest chips. I said pure protein bars. You guys out there listening, have you tried the Quest chips? Did you try the pure protein bars? Let us know. Head on
All
over
right,
to
so
friend.
what flavor of the pure protein bars do you like?
Oh, I like the peanut butter chocolate one.
Yeah, all right, yeah, boom, same, yeah.
Like,
You put chocolate and peanut butter together, I'm happy no matter what.
yeah,
I'm set.
my sister-in-law's boyfriend claimed that peanut butter could not be used in a dessert. And, and I immediately said, what about Reese's cups? And
Like just in a dessert in general.
yeah,
I'm very confused. Like just peanut butter never works in a dessert.
right.
Like peanut butter pie, peanut butter cake, Reese's peanut butter cups, chocolate peanut butter cake.
I used all of those examples. I'm not even kidding.
Like,
I sent a picture of the cake that my wife
just
made for me
just
for
just
a birthday.
apples and peanut butter sometimes are a good dessert. Like Jesus, like I'm
Yeah,
confused.
she made she made me a Reese's cake with like peanut butter icing, Reese's cups all on the top, Reese's cups chopped up in between the layers of chocolate cake.
I was back in Athens last weekend for a wrestling show, and so I went by Jittery Joe's. I always have to get coffee at Jittery Joe's, plug Jittery Joe's, and they like I just want coffee, and then I always have to look at the pastries, and they had Reese's peanut butter cup cookies, and so of course
Yes.
I grabbed one of those for the hour and a half drive home. It was amazing. Like
Yeah.
so, I'm so very confused on that statement.
Yeah. We were all mystified by it. It was, flabbergasted. Just like, what is this? So I don't know. But yeah, if you're going for a protein product, that's a quick snack thing. Chocolate peanut butter is usually a good go to. I will say I do not necessarily enjoy chocolate flavored protein powders. I kind of lean more towards the vanilla protein powder side
The
of things.
chocolate ones for me are always because I like mixing with coffee, and so it almost like kind of the Jamocha shake taste profile for me. If I'm sticking just like protein powder, like I'll do like overnight oats and stick protein powder in it, then I'll do vanilla protein powder bananas and blueberries, and that's solid. But yeah, I typically go with chocolate because I always feel it's more difficult to screw that up.
Hmm.
I think chocolate and vanilla are the easiest ones, and then yeah, sometimes it's like the other ones don't taste so good.
Yeah, the out there flavors I don't really dabble in. I'm kind of like, nah, that's not going to be good. Um, the thing that we wanted to talk about this week that goes with that, a recent study just came out in the last couple of months on working sets per muscle per week for maximum muscle gains. I found it kind of surprising. I don't know about you.
Yeah, because like I know what I've quoted before is some old research, and you've said the same, is that we've talked about kind of that 12 to 20 reps per week sweet spot, which seems pretty decent. And this study you're talking about is 52 sets. I said reps, 12 to 20 sets, 52 sets per week. And so I was like looking at what the current program I've been running for myself for about the past 6 weeks. And most muscle groups, I'm hitting 24 to 26 sets per week. So essentially double what I'm doing.
Right. And I was like, this is impossible. Like, if this is the ideal quote unquote, like this would be the absolute best thing to do, you would need like two workouts a day every single day in order to get that number. Like, in my mind, I'm not saying that it's impossible to do, but you would need to be a pro athlete on some kind of PED to achieve this working
It's like
set of
I'm
numbers.
I'm trying to doing the math in my head right now because right now I switched from the last couple of years when a lot of research came out. I switched from the old school like bro bodybuilding, hit a muscle group once a week kind of blitz mentality stuff to doing everything twice a week. And so like when I say I do 20 sets a week for an exercise, it's 10 one day and 10 the next. So like that's still insane to me because then I would have to do 26 sets. twice
Right.
a week. So like, yeah, literally like, so I did four chest exercises, six, what, Jesus,
Yeah.
more than 6 sets per
Yeah.
exercise.
Because I was thinking about it back when, I did the bro split also, with which classic bro split is chest, back, legs, arms, shoulders, or shoulders, arms, whatever way. Um, but either way, even in that thing, if I did 6 exercises for that one muscle group, and I did 4 to 6 sets, if I did the max six, that's 36 sets.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say at most I was doing 30 to 36 sets per muscle group a week at most ever.
yeah, and it's just
Like
I I mean, I'm not even kidding. I was just shocked by the numbers. Like, there's no way. And I went and I saw plenty of people talking about the study. I went, I looked it up. It's like, okay, that's what it says. That's quite surprising. So, um,
yeah,
I
when
still,
you sent this topic to me to talk about, like I had seen the study too, and like now I really want to sit down and write a program for myself. Like, and I may push it off for a few weeks because I got 2 weeks left of my current program, so I got 2 weeks to develop a program for myself to where see if I can get 52 sets, and
yeah,
then we can report back. Like I can,
right, yeah. Like, did you
if I could
survive?
if I could even move my arms to like log in, like
Yeah, I feel like I still stand, even after reading it. I still stand by. It's best to do something than nothing, right? So it's better to get something done than nothing. And if you can get to doing at least some kind of combination of exercises together, like an upper body day, a lower body day, or supersetted muscle groups kind of thing, you might be able to get to like the 30 to 40 set range.
now I want to go back and look at like the old school like 70s Arnold ones that were such high volume where he was training, 2 a days, 6 days a week. And I don't even think he was doing 52 sets. And I remember just back in
Yeah,
the day looking at his stuff and go, there's no way. So I think
yeah,
ultimately it boils down to the overload principle. Like
right,
doing more. Like if I'm only training 10 sets a week for muscle group, I don't need to go to 52. If you're currently
right.
training 40, hey, maybe bump it up to 44 and then eventually maybe you'll get to 52. But I think the issue with seeing stuff like that come out, even if it's published research, that somebody's going to see that and go, hey, I'm sitting on my ass. I haven't been to the gym in years. Somebody told me that the best thing to do is make sure I'm getting 52 sets a week. You
Yeah,
do that, you burn yourself out, you're hurt, and then you don't go back. So like exercise should be this joyous thing. Like you should feel better leaving the gym than when you left. Like after if you one single workout, if I did 52 sets, I would be crawling out of there. Like
yeah.
and
There's
and,
no
and I
way.
wouldn't go back. Like I love working out and I wouldn't want to go back to the gym. So like
Yeah. And that's a great point that Matt's making there. If you're listening to this podcast and you are not on your current fitness journey, sign up for your free meet and greet at franchisenf.com, and we can help you create the program that you need to be on to help you get started and get you rolling towards some amount of volume that's greater than you're doing right now.
and
That might
something's gonna
only be 5 sets this week, but maybe it's 10 sets next week.
and it's going to fit into your lifestyle because reading that I thought about like the people that were trying to get a 30-minute workout in during their lunch break. Like even if
Yeah.
you're cutting it in like you're going to hit a muscle group twice a week, like it's going to be difficult to get 26 steps in 30 minutes.
Yeah. And there's plenty of evidence behind the amount of time under tension, that you're utilizing, which is kind of goes to Matt's saying before, the overload principle, that I feel like if you did 52, you'd be over that threshold. If you did 52 working sets of something, you'd be over the time under tension like threshold that's actually producing results, and you'd be overworking, kind of like you end up with trash garbage sets in there that aren't worth anything
Right.
because you just were trying to get to 52. Like,
Because yeah, I even think about like doing like German volume training we've talked about before, the 10 sets of 10. Like times I've done that, but I like that ninth and 10th set, they're not quality sets sometimes. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine the 50-second set.
Yeah. Then there's some people that advocate for, like Mike Mintzer's famous hit high intensity training was you only do like 2 sets. Just go all out for 2 sets. I'm sure he, if he was told to study, he'd roll his eyes and rip it to shreds physically. But even though the science was good, there's still something to be said about putting a max amount of effort in to a few sets as opposed to doing a half-hearted set that's not even like actually touching anything close to your in range of ability. Um, so I'm not going to prescribe anybody 52 sets per muscle group per week.
Like I said, you've literally got my gears turning to where I'm like, do I want to try it just for like a week? And because like, yeah, say like 3 weeks from now, I can report back and go, no, there's no
Yeah,
no way I'm doing this
it's
ever again.
if I only did one, if it was, let's say it was like a lagging body part, like for me, it's chest, right? So chest has always been my lagging body part. Maybe I would behoove myself to try to do 10 sets of chest, 5 days a week, and then pair it with literally every other muscle group. So I'm doing chest and back, I'm doing chest and legs, I'm doing chest and shoulders, I'm doing chest and arms, just to be able to bring my chest up to speed with the rest of the muscles that I have. Um, but I would probably end up like overworking something in there because I'm trying to do something like crazy anterior delts or something like that. Like so
Like I'm just
another
trying to
weird
think from like
thing.
a time perspective. Like I think it'd have to be like high rep. So that way I don't have need as much recovery time between sets. Like if I'm trying to train in like an 8 to 12 rep range, certainly not even training in like a 6 to 8. Like if I'm like say I'm resting 60 to 90 seconds between each set, like I got to go like 20 reps, rest 30 seconds, and get back. Like that's
Yeah,
nuts.
I'm just saying the amount of time that you have to put in would be like a 2 to 3 hour workout session, like every single time to be able to get that numbers. Which is why I say like, you'd have to probably do like a 2 a day. So it realistically doesn't pan out for me in my mind for basically anyone that's out there outside of pros, which is this is a good example of yes, the evidence says this, but what best applies to you is not in agreement with what the evidence says.
Absolutely. Like, yeah. And it's like what I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, in an ideal world, like, yeah, you got a personal chef and you got a personal trainer and you got 4 hours a day to train. Like, that would be fantastic. That's the only thing you have to do. But we don't live in an ideal world. And that's what we do at Franchise Nutrition and Fitness is, like you said, create programs that are going to fit into your lifestyle, not fit into an ideal world.
Right. So head on over to franchisenf.com, sign up for your free meet and greet today. Let's get started with that. But what are you out there, the listener? What are you trying to achieve in this week? Let us know in the comments section on this podcast on Spotify or send us a message over through the contact us page at franchisenf.com. Like we say every week, maximize every bite.
Maximize every rep.